and gentlemen, parents of all ages, welcome to yet another eye-opening episode of Unveiling a New View to Parenting. I'm your host, Nikki, and you all know our mission here is to challenge traditional perspectives, dare to delve into the depths of parenting realities, and shine a light on novel and effective strategies. Today, we bring up a topic that I'm certain every parent has faced at some point: the daunting tantrums of a loud and wailing child. There's no denying that the raw, unfiltered emotions our children express can feel like a thunderstorm in the peaceful quiet of our lives. We might even feel as though we are navigating rough seas without a compass. But fear not, our expert for today's episode has spent years studying these tumultuous tantrums, understanding the science behind them, and designing effective strategies to respond. Thrilled to introduce Monika, who brings 20 years of experience in childhood development expertise. Welcome, Monika.
Wow, thank you, Nikki, for that introduction.
Glad to have you. Now, without further ado, let's dive into our conversation. To start us off, could you explain why children, especially those who are naturally louder, tend to resort to loud and wailing tantrums? What's happening beneath the surface?
So let's begin by saying that toddlers have two frequencies, loud and louder. But in order to reduce and prevent those tantrums, you do really need to understand what's happening beneath the surface. One factor could be limited communication skills. So remember, toddlers they have communicative intent, but they're still picking up those social emotional language that's needed to express their emotions and their desires and wants. So while they may have, they can say, I want a toy, they may not be able to say, I'm feeling tired, I need a break. So, frustrations build up and that can turn into a tantrum. So definitely limited communication skills, but also emotional regulation. It can play a key factor. Toddlers are learning to regulate their emotions. When faced with situations that they find challenging or overstimulating or confusing, and combine that with the lack of language, that can trigger an overwhelming response, thus a tantrum.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah. And then, toddler years, these little people, they're experiencing, autonomy, the desire to become independent. They want to explore, they're curious. But unfortunately, they forget there's limitations, whether it be their safety limit, you have to impose safety limitations or set boundaries. So they don't want to hear no. And that can lead to a meltdown or a tantrum. So that's another contributing factor. But let's see, another contributing factor could be, just to gain attention. And this can be partly because it's a learned behavior. Again, keeping in mind, they don't have the communication skills. They may not have the communication skills to gain attention, but they might have learned in, a situation where if I cry loud enough, I'll get what I need. I'll get what I want.
So certainly, based on your research and experiences, could you share some effective strategies for parents when their child is in the midst of a loud and wailing tantrum? I guess, how can we turn these difficult moments into opportunities of growth and understanding?
Certainly, yes. That's a great question. And first thing to keep in mind is that every child is unique, and it may take time to understand the child's triggers, what's causing, what's the behavior behind the behavior, so to speak. What's the trigger? So one key strategy that I encourage all parents or caregivers to take is staying calm throughout the tantrum, because remember, they're in a heightened state of emotion. They don't know the language. They don't know how to express themselves. And then if you add that fuel to the fire with your heightened state of emotion, it's gonna escalate. So one strategy is definitely to stay calm.
Mm-hmm. And in managing these outbursts, I guess, how can we balance between acknowledging their feelings and ensuring our own mental peace? Can you also share some insights into how we can handle this paradox?
Definitely. Yeah, it's because they're learning the social, emotional, and regulation space. Validate the emotions. Tell them, I see that you're upset. I see that you're angry. I see that you're happy. So they're learning, they're listening to that language, but they're also applying it to the situation. So validate their emotions, but still maintain clear boundaries. I see that you're upset, but hitting is not okay, or this is so. That is something that you can add to the balance, and avoid negotiating or giving in during that tantrum, because it's just setting. It's just giving the wrong message that this is the way that you will get what you want, versus teaching them the strategies to communicate, self-regulate, and then balance out their needs and set.
Yeah, certainly. I learned that through my 3-year-old toddlers, the concept of boundaries, right? The paradox of autonomy with boundaries. So they feel like they're in power to a certain degree while you still are clear on your boundaries. I think that is it's a skill to learn, and so we all here at Miss Poppins would love to learn that slowly and steadily with you as our coach. But finally, I do want to ask one more question. How can parents help their children better communicate their needs or frustrations to reduce this occurrence of loud and wailing tantrums in the future? Any key learnings that you want to share with us?
Definitely. Toddlers like 12 to 3 is a wide range. So understanding the developmental stages around that time is key, because there's a lot of changes that are going on, right? Socially, emotionally, physically, cognitively. So if you understand where they are in development, then you set realistic expectations, and you respond appropriately to those behaviors. And then, communication challenges, they're building communication. So practice it within, provide teachable moments, not within, when they're having that outburst, but outside of those outbursts. Look for those teachable moments, labeling emotions through books. Literacy is a big thing during this age that can be utilized, through peers, through experiences. Oh, look, your friend got hurt. So you're applying the situation. You're giving them visuals. You're tapping into the multisensory component of learning.
Thank you all for tuning in with Monika and Nikki, myself. And until next time, we're signing off from Unveiling a New View to Parenting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monika, for sharing your wisdom with us today. Your insights truly provide a fresh perspective, shedding new light on our approach to tantrums and how we can navigate these often tumultuous moments of parenting. Dear listeners, as we close today's chapter, let's not forget that every challenge in parenting is a learning curve, an opportunity to grow not just as parents, but individuals. And remember, you're not alone in this journey. For more insights like these, visit our website, misspoppins.io. There you'll find a plethora of resources, from enlightening articles to engaging videos, all crafted to assist you in your parenting journey. To make your life even easier, we invite you to download the Miss Poppins app. Here you can explore our range of childcare experts and parenting coaches, each with their own unique skills and packages. And the best part, you can purchase these packages with just a few clicks. Isn't that a trouble-free way to bring in a new life as a parent? As we say goodbyes for this episode, let's carry forward the knowledge we've gathered today. Remember, every tantrum is a call for understanding, and every tear can sow the seeds of growth. Thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, this is your host signing off from Unveiling a New View to Parenting. Stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay kind.